y'all, welcome back to Sweet Carolina Kiss. And if you're new, welcome girl, we got lots to show you. So today I'm going to be showing you this gorgeous look. Okay, I did this with Valentine's Day in mind. It's right around the corner, and girl, if you don't got a man, don't worry about it. These are chocolate proof lips too, not just kiss proof. So stay tuned if you want to see how I created this beautiful look inspired by pinks and purples and all things Valentine's. I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to glam it up. So I'm going to be using a little bit more than a pump of Dewy in the anti-aging foundation and a pump of our pearlizer. These two mixed together provide the perfect coverage and create such a luminous glow for your skin. So that's really what we're going for, is that sexy glow here. So I'm just going to dab that all over my face, and then after I have that evenly dispersed, I'm going to take a flat top brush and just go ahead and start dabbing that all over until it is covered like I want it. So just to top everything off, I'm going to take a damp beauty blender. This is just going to help everything melt into my skin and give me that flawless airbrushed finish. This totally isn't necessary, but I just felt like I wanted to smooth things out a little bit more. So a damp beauty blender definitely does the trick. Okay, so here I'm going to be taking Mocha Java Shadow Scents. I love this for contouring and bronzing. So I'm just going to kind of create a triangle here underneath of my cheekbone and take that same flat top brush I used to blend in my foundation, and in kind of upward short strokes and dabbing motions, I'm going to go ahead and blend that in for a nice subtle contour. Again, this Mocha Java Shadow Scents is great for contouring all over your face and just providing some dimension and color. So I'm going to go ahead and round out the top of my forehead, down the sides of my nose, and take that excess underneath of my jawline. So to deepen up that contour a little bit, I'm going to take a tiny bit of our deep concealer and this really fun, crazy mermaid brush. Honestly, I don't even know what it is or what it's for, but I just like using it. So I'm going to go ahead and deepen up that contour and make sure I blend and smooth everything out nice and well. Okay, now that we've contoured, let's go ahead and highlight our face. So I'm going to take Whisper Pink Shadow Scents along with a tiny drop of our light concealer. These two mixed together create the perfect tone for my skin tone, and it's not quite as harsh as it would be using a white concealer. That really subtle light pink actually makes it look really nice and really soft. So in a triangle shape under the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and spread that out, and any excess I will put down the center of my face, middle of my forehead, my nose, cupid's bow, and chin. Then with a beauty blender, just go ahead and blend that out until everything is nice and smooth. It's really important to set your cream concealer with a powder. So here I'm taking our natural translucent powder. You can actually just screw the top right off and pour a little bit onto a flat surface. I'm using my evening moisturizer lid here. And take that beauty blender, dip it in the powder, and just cake on the powder where you put that concealer. This is a method called baking, so you're gonna put way more powder on there than you actually need to, and let it sit for a few minutes while you do something else. This is gonna allow it to really soak in, and when you brush it away, it's gonna leave a really beautiful airbrushed finish without any creasing or caking or anything like that. So you basically apply that where we applied the concealer, clean up the contour a little bit, and just let it sit. So while I'm waiting, I'm gonna do my brows. I'm taking this really small angled brush and again, trusty Mocha Java. So with short little strokes, I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in my brows where there might be any missing color. I'm not really going for the dramatic brow look, so just like I said, with short natural strokes, fill in your brows, and you can kind of take your finger to brush out any excess product. Alright, now that the brows are done and that powder has sat for a few minutes, I'm going to take just this really big fluffy brush and dust away that excess powder, kind of blending everything in, making everything look nice and smooth. And like I said, this is going to leave your under eyes looking amazing. Okay, on to the eyes. I'm going to use Whisper Pink here as my base. Just put a little dot on each eye and smooth it in with your finger. For our transition shade, we're going to use a big fluffy brush and the color Silver Violet. So very, very lightly with hardly any product. I'm going to go ahead and start applying that in little windshield wiper motions, kind of in my crease, but more so above my crease. This is just going to start to carve out where we're going to put our crease. Now we'll start to carve out the crease with a smaller, fluffier brush and the shade Pink Posy. So just slightly below where we applied that Silver Violet is where you're going to apply Pink Posy. Again, with little circle motions and windshield wiper motions, just go ahead and deepen out that crease. To continue adding some dimension, I'm going to use the shade Mulberry. I just go ahead and take the wand and apply this directly to my lid, and then another fluffy brush to kind of smooth that out, blend that Pink Posy in with my lid. So not to worry if you feel like you've gotten these darker colors on your lid. I'm going to go ahead and take the color Pink Frost, this beautiful light pink shade, and again apply directly to my lid and use my finger just to blend that in and brighten up my lid. The secret to SeneGence is to blend, blend, blend. So I'm just taking a little bit more of this Pink Posy and blending out the crease just to smooth everything out and deepen up that crease a little bit more. Again, I just did the same thing with Silver Violet, just to make everything stand out and look a little bit more dramatic. So here I'm going to take Whisper Pink and just put the tiniest dot on the center of my lid. This is going to give my eye that really wide and open and bright look here. Okay, now for my all-time favorite shadow sense, Pink Opal Shimmer. I'm going to put a tiny little dot on the inside of my eye and underneath of my brow bone to highlight and brighten up this look. This is so shimmery and so pretty. I am just obsessed with it. I've got this little tiny shader brush that I'm going to go ahead and use to blend and pack that shimmer in. Now with a larger shader brush and Silver Violet again, I'm going to go ahead and pack that color underneath of my lower lash line. This is going to make my eyes pop and just look so beautiful. I can't wait for y'all to see how this turns out. So I'm just kind of creating a very smudged line of Silver Violet, and I'm actually going to take a fluffy brush and smooth that out after I've packed the color on. After I've added the Silver Violet, I'm just going to take a little bit of Pink Posy and put that on the outer corners of my lower lash line, just add a little bit more dimension, and again, blend, blend, blend. I decided to make my eyes pop even more. I'm going to take some more of that Silver Violet with the wand and just apply a really sloppy smudged line on the outer corner of my eye and go ahead and smooth that out. And then I'm going to put eyeliner over top of that. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so beautiful. So I'm taking this really tiny liner brush and the shade Onyx Shadow Sense and creating a really thin line just right above my lash line all the way across my lid, and I will make a tiny baby wing, just enough to be dramatic but nothing too complicated. This is our cream blush in the shade Pink Berry. Y'all, seriously, the tiniest bit of this goes the longest way. I put way too much with that little dot, so I'm gonna blend that out all over my hand and just put a tiny bit on my cheeks, which still ends up being too much. So I'm gonna take a bigger, fluffier brush and smooth that out. But I am just dying over all the pinks and purples right now. Sadly, I'm almost out of this bronze dust, but I am determined to get out what little bit I have left and use that just to bronze up my face a little bit more. So go over those parts where we did contour with Mocha Java and deep concealer, just to make everything pop a little bit more. Then I'm going to go ahead and do my lashes off camera with our Undersense and my mascara and va va voom. If y'all have questions about lashes, drop your comments below or send me a message, because I've got so many tips and tricks for y'all, but that's another day. So now let's go ahead and glam it up even more. I'm going to take our pearlizer, and I told y'all I love pink opal shimmer, so I'm going to mix our pearlizer and pink opal shimmer together, and this is going to, oh my gosh, look at that highlight, y'all. How gorgeous is that? And that ties in so perfectly with the pink opal shimmer we used on the eyes. So I'm just going to put this on the top of the cheekbones, the tip of my nose, Cupid's bow, above my brow bones to highlight there, and go ahead and blend that in with a beauty blender. Finally, the face is done, so let's go ahead and prep our lips for lip sense. Make sure you always clean off your lips and dry them completely before applying your color. So here I'm going to be using the shade Goddess. Make sure you shake it up really well before you use it. Wipe off that excess product, and we're going to do 3 layers of color here. So really thin layers. Try to sweep your wand in one direction. And keep your lips taut while you're doing this. You don't want to smack them together, and let each layer dry for a few seconds in between. So after 3 layers, we'll go ahead and seal it with a gloss, and we will be done. Alright, y'all, thanks for watching. As always, hit subscribe down below, leave your comments, let me know what you think. I would love some suggestions of tutorials or tips that you want to see in the future, and if you decide to give this look a try, let me know. I'd love to see it. Alright, I will see y'all next time.